What's up, what's up, everyone? It is Jason Jani. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about one of the coolest, newest tools I've added to my arsenal of equipment used to capture content at my events and in my life. And I'm talking about the brand new Insta360 One RS camera with dual 1-inch sensors. Yes, I got this camera. It came last week. I've been able to use it a number of times since I've actually got it. And I have to say, I'm mind blown on all the things that this really can do. It's improved so many of the shortfalls found with a lot, actually all of the prosumer level cameras. And they say that this is arguably, if not the most capable 360 camera ever to be released, especially by the Insta360 team, for under $1,000. A big investment, but it does a lot. Let me tell you a little bit about it. They've completely redesigned the entire camera, and they've used some of the evolutions in other cameras that they've been doing, the Action Cam series, to come up with the design for this camera. What makes this camera incredibly special? Two 1-inch sensors that allow you to capture up to 6K 360 degree video and 21 megapixel 360 degree photos. The lens system was powered by Leica, so it's a collaboration between Leica and Insta360, and it's outstanding. The Insta360 team has been on the move for quite some time. I've owned a bunch of their cameras in the past. I've owned the One, I've owned the One X2, and now I have this camera, and I can say after using all three of them that this camera and the quality of the images and video is so significantly greater than anything I've ever used from them. It is just mind-bending how dope it is. One of the biggest problems that DJs and a lot of people have found with the 360 cameras in the past is that it really struggles to keep up in low light scenarios. The larger sensors and the ability to get down to that 2.2 aperture level with the light allows you to just capture so much more. The team at Leica and the team at Insta360 have improved the lens, and with that, the camera's gotten bigger, it's gotten more expensive, and we'll get into all that in a second. But the images and the video that are capable of being captured by this camera are just incredible. The software that now you can use on your phone and even on your desktop if you need far greater view into the actual images or pictures or video or whatever that you're capturing really allows you to manipulate the content to come out with something that you can post on social media or post on YouTube or post anywhere and really have something that is stunning to look at. The team at Insta360 has upgraded more than just the lenses. The camera has grown significantly, and now this camera comes apart into 4 different pieces. You have the actual, let me struggle to get this off, the lens piece, which is the top. You have the body, which is actually the brain, with the touch screen, which is, by the way, super responsive. You have the new and improved and newly developed battery pack, which extends the life beyond what any of their previous cameras could do. And you actually have body itself where everything kind of slides into one another. And that's kind of how it goes. This camera is awesome. I've used it now at a number of different events, and I've used it even when we've walked my dog just to see what it's capable of doing. And I can tell you that I am absolutely blown away with the content. So let me share with you some of the other things that the team has improved with this camera. They've improved not just the body, not just the screen, not just the battery, but they've actually improved the firmware and some of the capabilities of this camera. They've improved the flow state stabilization, which allows you to keep the content straight. Even if you're not straight, you're running around on a field, you're driving out of a car, you're on a dance floor, it can keep your content looking constant and consistent as you're capturing it. If that wasn't enough, this body now has 4 different microphones, and you have the ability to plug in a DJI system or a Rode Go system if you're using external microphone kits. This system has an improved invisible selfie stick technology, meaning it's kind of stitches the pictures together or the video together so you don't see the selfie stick that could be holding this camera way up in the air if you're using it on, an event or using something else. It basically removes the stick because that's something that just doesn't look really cool when you're trying to share content. You see where it's coming from. When you hold it away from your body greater than, let's just say, a foot or so, half a meter, the stick that actually the camera's mounted to completely disappears. And this is something that's really cool. It allows you to get really creative with the content when you're capturing it. If that wasn't it and you're using this thing outside or using it in an event where you're going to be moving around a lot, it even has horizon lock now, which allows you to kind of keep the plane of the world in the same place. So if you're moving the stick or the camera around, it's going to keep everything completely straight and completely level. With the improvements to the lenses, you can capture content in low light scenarios and have a crisp and sharp image and video that isn't grainy and doesn't struggle with actual color representation. If that wasn't enough from a photo perspective, this mighty little camera can do 21 megapixel 360 pictures, but it also can shoot in HDR mode. And HDR mode allows you to get really, really creative with your editing and post after you're done capturing your content. To close it all out, you've got an app platform that is super easy to use. There's auto editing features built into this camera. You can actually use voice control prompts to capture content if that is your thing. And I love the fact that this system now is interchangeable, meaning that in the future, should Insta360 develop new products or maybe expanded products in their lineup, you'll be able to swap this lens out for maybe another lens that they introduce to the market, and you won't have to go through and buy everything else to make that work. The icing on the cake and the final thing that I think is worthy of mention is that this camera is water resistant. Now, it's not waterproof like its predecessor, but it's water resistant. So as long as you're not jumping in a pool or an ocean or submerging this thing for an extended period of time, I think you're pretty good. If you're using it out where it might get wet or splashed on or maybe in the rain, you're most likely A-okay. Water resistant means that as long as the panels are not open or you're not going to be dripping or submerging this thing, I think it will be awesome. The only two things I can think of a downside would be the investment and the size. The size has increased, but I think that's a trade-off for the components that make this thing incredibly dope. The video and the image quality to me is everything. And I'd rather have a little bit of a larger camera that allows me to get better content. And that's what this does. And from an investment perspective, the price from its predecessor has now doubled. The former Insta360 X1, X2 camera retailed for $399. This one retails for $799, so it's a step up in terms of investment. But if you think about what this camera is capable of, you think about how it now can be improved in the future with new releases of different equipment, and you think about how the Insta360 line has worked with another company to make this the strongest and arguably the most capable 360 camera on the market, underneath $1,000, I think it is well worth the investment in comparison to what you can get for half the price. To me, it's a no-brainer. And if you're a DJ or you're an event professional or you're a small business owner or you're a content creator that is looking to get the best bang for your buck, I would say that this camera far surpasses anything that is on the market underneath $1,000. I hope you enjoyed this video. Now, if you have any questions about this camera, shooting at events or whatever, throw it in the comments down below. I'll do my best to answer every single person that takes the time to drip a comment here on the channel. And again, be sure to check out the links that can be found in the description field down below. Those links are affiliate links and they really just support me in this channel. So if you'd like to see the content keep coming out on this channel, support me if you're in the market to buy one of these by securing your Insta360 One RS 1-inch 360 camera in the links down below. I truly hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to smash the thumbs up button and be on the lookout for more content dripping right here on this channel in the days, weeks, and months ahead. And thanks for watching. Take care.